this is what I'm planning to plant this week. I've got some onion sets, both red and yellow varieties. This one is red barren, and this is how we get our onion sets. They're dry with no green growth, and we just plant them in the ground, and as soon as they're planted they start to root and start to grow. These are Stuttgarter. Again, they're dry. The roots on these are, any roots on these are dry. I've also got some shallots. These are Echalotta grise, which is a gourmet variety. I think they should have been planted before Christmas, but unfortunately I didn't get them till late. But we'll see how those go. These are Germore, and these are some of mine that I grew last year and saved. So we're going to plant those. They can be planted in the autumn, but I missed out. And these are Red Sun, another shallot. As you can see, this one has decided it's definitely time to start. It's got a little growth on it. And these come out a nice pinky red shallot. And I use these at Christmas to make pickled onions and pickle them in red wine vinegar, and they are delicious. These are the Red Sun shallots which I've planted. I've dug a furrow and I've put them in. That's the root end this way, and then the pointy end. I just plant them a little bit under the surface because otherwise the birds pull them out. That one's the one that's already started to grow, so to be careful not to damage it. They're planted about 6 inches apart. There's the second row. I've also planted the onions along this row, all the way up through to those sticks up the top there. I didn't show you this because I had company, and so I couldn't film. These are some garlic I planted back in September. This is elephant garlic. Never grown it before. It needs a long growing time, and so I put this in September. And there's a second one. The next row are some early ones that I also planted in September. A little bit further than that, I don't know if you can see. Those are some onions I grew from seed, and that's about all that's left of the whole row. I think the birds have had most of those. And a little bit further along is another row of garlic. Doing very nicely. These are some mixed brassicas that I put in before Christmas, and they're looking very healthy in amongst the weeds. I'm going to get down and weed those and put in some chicken manure pellets to give them a bit of a boost. And they're already, the broccoli is already coming through. Behind them are my broad beans, or fava beans, which have been somewhat knocked down by the wind and the rain and the weather, but they will perk up very quickly. This is some kale. I'll pick some of that. I think that's beginning to go to seed, so I need to pick some of that before I go. And in this plot, these are the garlic that I planted in January.